Hi my loves, and welcome back. I'm so excited to have you here on the mat again. In today's full body sculpt workout, you're going to need a pair of light and medium dumbbells along with your block. I'm so excited to have you here and I can't wait for you guys to get into this session. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get started. I want you to face the front of your mat. You're going to sit all the way onto your heels, shoulders back, chest up. I want you to take a nice big breath here. Inhale and exhale. Give me one more. Inhale and exhale. From here, I'm going to have you clasp your hands together, going into a chest opener. You're going to pull your shoulder blades together, open up that chest. Let's look up towards the ceiling. Holding it here for 5, for 4, releasing the hands in 3, 2, come back to center with your chest, release the hands, bring them down to the side of your body. Let's go into a side bend. Let's reach that left arm up and over to that right side. Holding it here, getting a nice big stretch in your left lat area all the way down towards your left side. Take a big inhale. Exhale, reach a little further towards that right side. Come back up to center. Let's drop that left hand down. Bring that right hand up and over to that left side. Holding it here, getting a nice stretch in that right lat and all along the right side of your body. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Reaching deeper into that stretch. Coming back up to center in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up to center. Let's walk it out to all fours. Now let's separate the knees. Let's have the hands over the shoulders, shoulders over the hands. Now I want you to have a neutral back. We're gonna go into cat-cows. Looking up, dropping that belly towards the mat, looking up towards the ceiling. Big inhale. Exhale, bringing that back up towards the ceiling. Good. Stay with me. Looking up towards the ceiling. Bringing that back up towards the ceiling, belly button into spine. If you want, you can do nice big hip circles. Do what feels good for you, or you can stay in that cat-cow. Coming back into neutral in 5, 4, give me one more rep here, in 2, and 1. Meet me back in that neutral spine right here. We're gonna go into a bird dog. I want you to extend that right hand to the right side of your ear, right side of your head. Let's extend that left leg nice and long. Let's meet that right elbow to that left thigh, coming together, and big reach of that arm and that left leg. Stay with me here. Nice and controlled. Make sure you're not overextending that leg at the top. Everything is nice and neutral. We're here for 10 more seconds. In 5, we're gonna hold it at the top of the bird dog. In 2, and 1. Let's hold that right here. Let's drop that right hand down to the mat. Let's bring that left foot to the outside of that left hand. Let's elevate up onto your right toes. Let's come up into a low lunge. We're gonna rotate to that left side of your body, opening up for a world's greatest stretch. And let's thread it through that right arm, right side of your body, and let's bring it back up. And thread it through to the opposite side of your body and back up. Give me one more right here. Thread it through. Back up right here. Let's bring that left hand down to the mat. Let's bring that left foot back into that tall plank position. Let's hold this here for 5, for 4, dropping to your knees in 2, and 1, dropping down. Let's bring the knees stacked under your hips, hands stacked over your shoulders. Let's go with that left hand to the left side, left arm to the side of the head, and let's extend that right leg. Going into that bird dog on the opposite side, connect that knee to thigh, and big extension, big reach of that arm and that leg. Bring it back in. Stay with me. Almost there. Squeeze that right glute at the top. No overextending of the back. We're here for 5. Let's hold it at the top. In 3, in 2, and 1. Let's hold this at the top here. Let's drop that left hand down. Let's sweep that right foot to the right side, outside of that hand. Elevate up onto the left toes, and let's go into a nice big rotation into that right side, and let's thread it through to that left side of your body. Nice, controlled. And thread it through. Give me one more here. Let's open up. And let's close it through. Let's bring your right hand to that mat. Let's bring that leg back into that tall plank position. We're going to hold this here for 5, for 4. We're going to start adding into this tall plank in 2 and 1. We're going to go into alternating plank jacks, stepping that left foot to the outside of your mat, switching to the opposite foot, alternating each side. Stay with me. Make sure your back is nice and neutral. I like for you to think as if there were to be a cup on your back, it would not spill. That's how stable your core is, and that is how neutral your back is. For 3, for 2, meet me back in a neutral position of the feet in 2, and 1. Back to neutral, back to starting position. Let's bring that left knee in line with your hip. Bring the other leg in line. Let's push back with that left leg and bring the other leg back into that tall plank. Stay with me. In, back, and back. Good. We're here for 5. Meet me with your knees stacked under your hips in 2 and 1. Let's hold that here. Let's tap those knees down and back up. Slow and controlled. Tap and go. Tap and go. For 8, 6, 4, 2, child's pose, and 1. Drop it down, toes together, knees apart. Let's stretch out in that child's pose. Whew. Inhale and exhale. Coming back up to all fours. When you're ready, I'm gonna have you grab one single weight. Let's go ahead and start with that left leg first. We're going to place the weight to the back of your knee. Now, 1 or 2 ways. If it's a little bit uncomfortable for you to place the weight behind your knee, you can go ahead and use ankle weights, or just don't use any weights because it's still gonna be a very good challenge for you, okay? So weight is gonna go behind that left knee. Hands are going to be in that all fours position right here, okay? Knees are in line with the hips, hips in line with knees. We're going to be adding on. If you guys know, layers, we're gonna be doing layers here, so adding on, but our foundation exercise is going to be the glute kick back, okay? So again here, make sure your back is an arch, take that rib cage, draw that in to your spine, belly button in towards the spine. That is the position that I want you to be, okay? We're gonna go into our glute kick back on the left side. I'm gonna have you flex your left foot. We're slowly going to raise up into that glute kick. Slow and controlled movements here. No rushing. Squeeze that glute, hold 2 seconds at the top, slow and controlled coming down. This is our first exercise of our glute series here, and this is what we are going to be adding on to. So this is our foundation, slow and controlled. Really drive that heel up towards the ceiling. Good. We're going to add on in 10 seconds. In 3, in 2, meet me with your leg down by your hip, and 1 right here. As you go into that glute kickback, you're gonna lower down into that tricep and push up into that extension, bringing that leg back down. Glute kick, tricep dip, and coming back up. Take your time, lowering down, and big push back up. Try and kick that leg up and lower down into that tricep dip at the same time. Take your time here. There is no rush. We're gonna come back to the top in 10 seconds. In 6, 4, give me 1 more rep, 2, and 1. Coming back to center. We're gonna add on a tricep dip on that right side, going into a left fire hydrant. So coming down on that right forearm as you go out into that fire hydrant, and coming back up at the same time. So lowering down onto that right forearm, kicking up that fire hydrant, and bringing it back up. At the same time, we're gonna be getting the outer and inner glutes here. And back up. Out, and coming back up. There's a lot of balance here, so really just take your time. Stay with me. In 4, you're gonna stay on that forearm, maybe at the top of your fire hydrant in 2. And 1, meet me here. We're gonna go down in that fire hydrant only and coming back up. Staying low on that right forearm. Stay with me. We're here for 10. In 5, we're gonna hold that left leg up nice and high, knee up towards the ceiling in 2, and 1, holding it here, small pulses up towards the ceiling for 8, for 6, for 4, 3, 2, and 1, slowly lower, coming down. Whew. That is spicy. I feel that in both glutes. Let's go ahead and grab your block. We're gonna go ahead and we're going to place a block in the center of your mat. Let's grab your pair of weights right here. We're gonna have that left foot come on top of that block right here, okay? Left foot is coming on top. We're gonna go into our single leg variation. First thing that we're gonna do, we're slowly going to lower down into that lunge, have the back leg, right leg hover a few inches off the ground, and you're gonna come back up slow and controlled. Take your time, coming down and back up. We're gonna be adding on here. If at any point the block is too much, you can do any and all of these exercises without it. So please, go ahead and take it away if needed. Slow and controlled, take your time. Pull the shoulders back at the top. We're gonna add on a bicep curl. In 5, meet me at the top of your lunge. In 3, in 2, and 1. Let's come down into that lunge, bicep curl, and let's come back up to the top. Slow and control coming down and coming back up to the top. Stay with me. We're gonna add on another layer here in 10. In 4, you should really be driving up through that left glute, pushing down that heel on that block. And 1, meet me at the top. We're gonna go into that bicep curl, press up overhead, lower the weights down, bring it back down to where you started and come back up. Lower down, curl, press, down, and back up. Ten more seconds here. In 3, meet me low. In 2, and come down into that lunge, bicep curl. Let's isolate that press. Let's keep it going for 5, for 4, in 3, bring the weights down to your shoulders in 2, and 1. From here, we're going to hinge from the hips, sweep the weights through to that tricep extension, bring it back up to your shoulders. Hinge from the hips, extend the legs, and bring it back. Make sure there's a soft bend in both that front and back leg, no hyperextension. Good. We're here for 3. Meet me at the top in your hinge in 2, and 1. Meet me here. Bicep curl forward, tricep extension back. Stay with me. Make sure you have a slight forward lean in that chest. You're not too upright. Good. We're almost out of here. For 5, we're gonna hold that tricep extension back. In 2, hold it back here. Flip the palms up towards the ceiling. Let's pulse those arms up. For 5, almost there. For 3, for 2, for 1, and right there, bring it back up to center. Woo! Shake out that left glute. Wow, that is killer. I'm feeling it. Let's go ahead and we're gonna take it back down to your mat. We're gonna go into the opposite side. So we had the weight behind our left leg. Now we're gonna put the weight behind our right knee, okay? Have your block and your heavier weights near you. So it's an easy transition. We're gonna come back onto all 4s. So our first exercise here is going to be that glute kickback, okay? Again, if the weight is too much at any point, take it away. But I have to say, when you flex your foot as you're driving that leg up, it does help support the weight a bit more. Here, let's engage that core. No arch in the back, belly button into spine, hands over the shoulders. Let's go into that right glute kick of that right leg. Driving up, have your gaze down to that mat. Slow and control coming down. And down. Drive that heel up towards the ceiling. In 10 seconds, we're adding on. You guys know what's coming next. We're gonna go into that tricep dip of the arms with that glute kick. In 5, In 4, in 2, meet me down at the bottom, and 1. From here, we're going to glute kick back, drop down into that tricep dip, and coming back up simultaneously all at one. Coming down and coming back up. Lower and up. Stay with me. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Adding on in 10 seconds, meaning your right knee back in line with your hip. In 5, 3, give me one more rep in 2, and 1 right here. We're now going to drop to that left forearm as we donkey kick out at the same time. Bring it back up to all fours here. Lowering down, glute kick out, and back. Good, we're working every part of that glute. Stay with me. Really drive that right knee up towards the ceiling. Good. In 10 seconds, we're gonna stay nice and low. In 4, staying on that forearm. In 2, give me one more rep. And 1, staying nice and low. Let's drop that donkey kick down and open up. Good. And open up. Stay with me. Ten more seconds before we hold that right knee up, right leg up high towards the ceiling and pulse. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up nice and high. Let's pulse for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down. Take that weight out from underneath your knee. Let's go ahead and get your block ready. You're feeling it. You're gonna be feeling it in every part of your glute right now. I'm feeling it for sure. Let's go ahead and grab your dumbbells, one in each hand. We're going to put that right foot on that block. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go into our static lunges first. Now remember here, really dig and drive through that right heel into that block, shoulders back, okay? Slowly going to lower down. Make sure that left knee hovers a few inches off the ground and coming back up. Lower and up. Stay with me and up. Almost there. Adding on our leg slayer in 10 seconds. In 4, adding on that bicep curl. In 2, and 1, add that bicep curl, coming back up at the top. Curl, and up. Stay with me. So don't let that left knee hit the ground. Keep that constant tension and drive through that right glute, that right heel. Adding on that shoulder press in 5, in 3, 2, and 1. Holding it low, press it up, bring it back down to the shoulders, back down, and coming back up. Down, bicep curl, press, lower, down, and up. Stay with me. I know it's spicy. I'm right here with you. Curl and press, and down. Good. Lower. We're here for 10 more seconds. Good. You're gonna meet me in that shoulder press in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and just isolate that shoulder press. We're here for 5. We're here for 4, 3. Bring those weights nice and low to your shoulders in 2, and 1. Right here. From here, we're going to tricep extend those arms back. Bring the weights back up to your shoulders. And tricep extend. Get that left leg fully extended and back into that lunge. Stay with me. We're here for 8. Before we hold that tricep and curl. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold that tricep extension. Let's curl and extend. Good. Stay with me. For 5, we're gonna hold that tricep extension. In 2, and 1. Hold that tricep extension. Rotate those palms up towards the ceiling and pulse. Pulse. For 8. Good. 6, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Bring it back up to center. Whew. Shake that out. That is not easy, and you guys absolutely crushed it. Let's go ahead, put that block away. We're gonna go into some upper body. So let's still keep your weights close by. Meet me all the way on your stomach. This is our next position here. We're gonna go into some baby swans, okay? So coming here, elbows are going to be to the side of your rib cage, side of your body, forearms are down. Gaze down towards the mat. We're slowly gonna lower here. We're slowly gonna pick that chest up off of the mat and slowly lower. Your gaze never leaves that mat. Coming up and slowly lowering, coming down. Coming up, inhale. Exhale, coming down. Big inhale. Exhale, coming down. We're almost there. And down. Coming up and slowly lowering down. Do not force this extension. Just really do what feels good for you. And everyone's range of motion is different here. Good. Give me one more rep. We're gonna hold it at the top right here. Let's extend that right arm forward. Let's lift up the feet and the knees off of the mat. Bring that left hand up towards your left ear. And we're gonna go into swimmers. Let's swim those arms. Let's hold that here. Alternating each foot and arm. Good, for 10. For 8, stay with me. 5, slowly lowering in 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower, bring those hands back to the side of your body, except we're gonna be going into a push-up. So you don't need to have your forearms down. I just want your hands. We're gonna go into that tricep push-up. So let's have your knees together. You're slowly going to come up into that tricep push-up right here, okay? Knees together, feet together. I want you to slowly lower, coming down. Have the chest hover a few inches and slowly push up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Stay with me, you're so strong. We're almost there. You made it this far. Beautiful. Nice, controlled. 10 more seconds. I then want you to hover a few inches off of the mat at the bottom of that push-up, and we're gonna isolate the bottom of the push-up in 3, in 2, meet me at the bottom of that push-up, and 1, let's hold that here, isolate it for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1, slowly lower, everything coming down. Let's push back into that child's pose. Let's hold that right here. Inhale and exhale. Stay with me. Coming back up, let's go ahead and grab our weights. We're gonna go into some upper body right here. Shoulders back, let's open up the arms. Forearms are gonna be facing out away from you, okay? Again, make sure there's no arch in your low back. Tuck that rib cage under, open up, shoulders back. We're gonna go into wide bicep curls. Curling up, slow and controlled, and lowering, coming down. Big curl, and down. Stay with me, and down. You guys made it this far. This is our last portion of class. Of course, we have to end off with some arms. In 10 seconds, you're going to meet me halfway in that bicep curl. Arms are going to be at a 90-degree angle. Make sure your elbows stay intact with your body the whole entire time. In 5, in 3, in 2, and 1. Meet me here halfway. We're gonna go into an alternating, one arm at a time, serve the platter. Bring it back in and extend that other arm. Out and in. Stay with me. You're doing amazing. Stay focused. In 10 seconds, we're going to take away the alternating and add both arms together. In 4, in 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Both arms come up and back. Good. Not here for long. It's getting spicy, I know. For 10. Good. And 6. And 4. 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold it at the top here. Let's rotate those palms forward and back. Big rotation of those arms. Good. For 5, for 4, stay with me, hold it up. 2, and 1. Let's have the weights up towards the ceiling. Let's curl it in, and let's curl it out. Curl it in, I'm right there with you. Don't stop. Don't stop, stay strong. 10 more seconds here. Good. I promise you we're almost out of here. For 6, for 4, holding the weights at the top. For 2, and 1. Hold it at the top here. Small pulses up towards the ceiling. For 8, 6, and 4. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down. Shake that out. Let's put the weights away and let's cool it down. You made it to the end of your session. Meet me on your back. We're gonna go into a nice cool down before we leave today's workout. Let's drop the knees to that right side of your body. Feet and knees should be together. Holding it, slow and controlled, no rush. Bring it back to center and bring it to the other side. Bring it back up to center and switch to the right side. One more to the left. Back up to center here. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Let's go for big knee circles going clockwise. First, bring the knees in towards your chest, bringing them out and back up and around. Into the chest, out and around. We did a lot of work today on the glutes, on the hip flexors. So let's really stretch it out here. Let's switch directions, counterclockwise, knees come down, opening up, back and around. Let's have your toes stay together. You're going to bring your feet down to the mat in 4, in 3, 2, And one, right there. Bring the feet down. Let's go into a figure four. Let's bring that right leg and cross it on top of that left thigh. Let's grab behind that left leg and slowly pull into you. Again, do what feels good for you. There's no pressure here. If the pulling behind the thigh is too much, you can keep that foot planted on the ground and take your right hand and push down on that right knee. You'll still get that same effect, except it'll just be a little bit lighter of a stretch. Let's lower that left foot down to that mat. Bring that right foot down, and let's switch left leg on top of that right thigh. Let's grab behind that right leg and slowly pull into you. Lower that right foot to the ground, left foot comes down. Let's have your knees come into your chest, and let's go for a roll up. Slow roll ups coming up into a seated position. Coming into a position, a seated position that feels comfortable for you. We're going to end off the way that we started, hands down to the side of your body. Let's reach up and over to that right side. Big inhale, and reach over a little bit deeper to that right side. Coming back up, left hand comes down. Let's reach up over to that left side with that right arm. Looking up towards the ceiling, big inhale. Exhale, dig deeper into that reach. Holding for 3, for 2, for 1. Coming back up to center, both hands meet together, slowly lowering down to heart center, and give it up for you guys. I am so proud of you. This was not easy. I was definitely feeling it myself, but you made it through another amazing full body sculpt. Please let me know how you guys liked the class, and if you guys liked the added prop of the block. I definitely love that block. It's one of my favorites. But with that being said, there's many more to come, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.